We are Jonty and Millie, and along with our kids, we look for the amazing wonders of our world, living in Singapore and exploring beyond. Welcome to Wanderlust.
Hello, we have come to the new Thomson East Coast line. We're starting off at Stevens. Already there are lots of people coming down here. There's music playing, so we are going to go and explore the new 11 new train stations. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Today on the 11th opening day, we don't actually have to pay to ride the MRT today, so we can just walk straight through. Someone's just given a book. Can I see it? Cool. Raffles Girls' School is near Stevens MRT, and behind me it says a syllabus for Stevens, and there's all these different book titles that have been designed by the artist and some students at the girls' school, and some of them are really funny. There's like a guide to cats, identified by their sneezing, and I do not understand science with food, which is quite funny. So I like having a look at all of these little names, and I like that it's been created with an artist with something local in the area as well. I feel like I'm already really far underground. Maybe I've taken about 3 escalators down, and then the downtown line is even further down below me, so I'd love to know how far underground we are with all of these new train lines. So this is Napier. It's got a really nice curved wavy roof, quite nice and bright and airy. Again, I've got no idea how far underground we actually are here, but there's music playing, there's other games going on here as well, and I said it is free, so you can just like pop out and have a look what's going on. So they've got some jazz music going on here, so we're going to go and have a little look at one of the games. There's a game at each of the MRT stations that you can play, and you play it via WhatsApp, so we're going to have a little go at it. We've got our first question, and we're going to go and see if we can find the answer, and points win prizes. There's a foldable bike up on offer, which, looking at the prizes, that would be the one that I would love to win, to like cycle about and then just hop on the MRT. So we've sent in our answer. Hey, we've earned 1 point. Napier Station is right near Botanic Gardens, so there's some botanic-inspired artwork here, which one of the quizzes has told us about, which I didn't know. So doing this little game is getting us to explore the MRT station, which is quite fun. We're going back up. Again, I still think we're quite far underground, and there's more nice wooden curves here as well. What do you say? Oh, Aspen got an umbrella. Should put it in your bag? So the kids did the spinning game. It wasn't very technical, because if you didn't get the colours right when you spun it randomly, then you just keep spinning it until you match the colours up. But it's a bit of fun, and they've got some umbrellas, which is very thankful. Like I said, Botanic Gardens is here, so that will come in handy whenever we have to do a Botanic Garden walk. Can I sit on the new seat? Ooh. So we're now at Orchard Boulevard, and nearby, just looking on the information about the new TEL, there's Tanglin Mall, Singapore Tourism Board, Camden Medical, and Hotel Jen are all here at Orchard Boulevard. So lots of other places to explore. Again, a nice big airy MRT. They've got some new chairs here with backs that the other ones doesn't have. There's a lot of people around today. A lot of people. I'm quite surprised, really, riding up and down the trains. But I guess this makes it really accessible for lots of people to get a lot more places, which is great. So we're going to have a go at the other quiz and see if we can get some more points. The Orchard Boulevard again feels really nice and open. The way they've done the levels with sort of mezzanine, I guess, for the other platforms makes it feel nice and bright and airy, and there's these lovely skylights at the top as well, letting in lots of natural light. Sometimes when you're on the MRT it does feel like you're underground like all the time, so a bit of sunlight in here is really nice. The game here was a little puzzle game of all different things that you can do in the area, which was pretty fun. My one asked me how to go, I didn't, and then afterwards the lady came over to me and gave me one of the prizes anyway. So a little mask holder. Aspen's decided she's going to put some paper in hers and turn it into like a mini toy laptop. So this is nice, keeping the kids engaged, and it's quite fun. So next up we have Orchard. What are you emailing? So we're now at Orchard. This MRT station is really cold. We've got out and immediately you can feel the cold aircon here, much colder than the other ones. Milo made the joke that it was colder than Caldecott. What a terrible joke, but he thought it was really funny. So yeah, we're now at, at the Orchard station. So we're gonna go and just pop up and have a little look at what's here. There's a huge queue behind me and I wondered what on earth it's for, because there's queues for little games, but this one was even longer. There's a little pop-up store so that you can buy little MRT memorabilia. I think there's puzzles, there's some cushions that have like the stand-up Sally and like the bag down Benny, little cushions with those characters on, so it's quite funny. But we're on a bit of a time restraint today because Aspen has a birthday party this afternoon. But it is Friday today, and if in case you're wondering why the kids are off school, they all the teachers have a teacher training day today, so we get to go and ride the MRT today for free and check out all of these prizes, which is fantastic. This station feels quite different, light and airy again. It's a bit more maybe modern, feels a bit more like technological. There's like silver mirrors on the ceiling in geometric shapes. There's big TV screens here that have got like music playing and adverts. It just feels quite different in this one with the big TV screens. Signage is a lot clearer around here with clearer screens as well, because if you're like me and you're long-sighted, short-sighted, I can't see things far away. It makes it quite difficult to see what the time is, especially when the TVs are right in the middle of the station. But this one's nice and clear, so we've got 2 minutes to wait and the kids want to go to the front of the train, so here we are.
In Batley, I can usually reach it with flat feet, but now I can't because the MRT's Thomson trains have changed.
This one's really busy at Great World. There's some people here taking instant photos. They've got props and you can stand outside. This is the Great World Times, which looks like an old newspaper front. And then you can get your photo taken, and they're giving the prints out right now. So this one is really, really busy. We are going to come back to Great World. Loud in this one, it's like a party vibe going on here. But we are going to come back to Great World and explore Great World another time. So for now, this is the MRT station. The newspaper article is all about the Great World Theatre that used to be here. And Jonty and I went on a brilliant audio walking tour that was gifted to us. You wear headphones and you go around the area, and it talks all about this love story as you're going through the area, and it gives you little like historical bits mixed in with like this love story. It was really, really cool. So that's what this is, I've just realised. So we're going to head back down and looking around where we're going next. No, Orchard, that's the wrong way, that's where we just came from. Havelock is up next.
Please do not lean against the train doors.
So we're at Havelock. That has some games going on a little bit later, something to do with Coffee Co. I don't really drink coffee, but they've got some games happening later. Coffee cup challenges. I wonder if you're going to try and drink as much coffee as you can in half an hour. That would be a terrible idea. I doubt it's that. I've noticed the ages of people have kind of changed as we've gone along the stations. There's been a lot of younger people going to the first stations we saw, and then along here there's lots of older people going to these stations. Just an observation I made today. So we've got a few more stations left. Starting to get a little bit hungry, so we might pop out and get some food somewhere along the way, as there are now way more opportunities for food along this train line. Every MRT station is well prepared for any emergency. They've got paramedics on call at every single MRT station that we've been to. I think this advert that's playing is an advert for the train station. It's got quite a catchy tune behind it, advertising all the different stations and what's along the way on all of them. There's this cardboard cutout policewoman here, and I've thought she's real twice. Kind of walk past you and you think someone's looking at you, you kind of smile, and then, yeah, it's a cardboard cutout. But this station, well, I haven't noticed in some of the other stations, maybe I've just missed it, but this station here, Outram Park, has 3 train lines. There's the brown line, the purple line, and the green line. And when you come up to help you navigate where it is, they've got the big pillars that are actually coloured for the brown line and the green line, and then the purple line is actually underneath, even further underground. So that just makes navigating the MRT system even easier. There is a long list on the exit directory of places that you can get to from here. I didn't really recognise any of them, if I'm honest. There's a lot of hotels. I don't think they're places that I've been to, but then I realised you can get to Chongbury Market from here. So I'm kind of slowly starting to get my bearings as to where places are in Singapore. Usually when anyone asks me if I know where this is, my brain kind of sees the MRT map, and if it's kind of around there, then I kind of know where I'm going. But apart from that, my geography of Singapore is slowly starting to build up where places are. Normally at the MRT stations, everybody knows where they're going. They're going on like a usual route, like one for work or for school, but everyone was just stood facing the wrong way in the MRT station on the train, so it was quite funny. Everyone just kind of shuffled around and got out, and nobody quite knows which way they're getting when they get off the train. Is it left or is it right? Where are the escalators? So there's quite a lot of bumping into people as you're trying to figure out which exit you're supposed to be taking to get where. There's a funny challenge here, which if there wasn't such a long queue, we'd probably have a go at. It's a giant chopsticks challenge, and they're 2 snooker cues. You have to pick up some balls and transfer them across to another bowl, but it's like people are cheering for each other. It's quite funny. We are going to head to Maxwell Food Centre now because we are hungry. We've done 11 to 9, we've done 8 of the train stations today, having a look around all of the stations and seeing what's at each one and making notes of where to go back. So exit 2 will take you to Maxwell Food Centre. Also the signage here is I think a lot clearer, big numbers in yellow, so it's pretty easy to navigate and find your exit. Centre is so busy, like just crazy busy. So we're walking around, and when you're waiting for a table for people, there's already people queuing like to wait for the table when people haven't even finished yet. So we're not going to be able to wait there. Queues are just far too long. The food smells amazing. This station is cool because when you come out, you're right opposite the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple. I think things will calm down after the train line has kind of lost its novelty, and I would love to come back to Maxwell to eat because I've heard some of the food is really good. But for now, we are going to head back into the train station and hop along the next couple of trains and find some food before we take Aspen to her birthday party, which is actually at Suntec. So we can just hop along to the Marina Bay and change trains and take her over to Suntec. So we have to skip past Shenton Way, but I will come back and this is what it looks like. I have come back to Shenton Way. This is near the CBD district, and this MRT station is 40 meters underground. I've been wondering how far underground we are. This is 40 meters, which yeah, a lot. So this one's quite cool so far. They've got lots of silver around. There's some lights flashing on the ceiling. So I'm going to go up and see what's this one. Shenton Way has 6 exits here and a massive board with loads and loads of things that are nearby here. So the CBD, there's lots of businesses around here. And also Lau Pa Sat isn't too far away from here too, which is another one of our favourite places to cycle to from our place and to go and get food. There is some nice artwork. There's a $1 bill and a $5 bill painted up onto the side of the building, showing lots of different places in Singapore, which is really, really nice. So on to the next place. So for today we are now heading to Marina Bay to change to the Circle Line. After this stop there is the Gardens by the Bay, which is the last station, which I'm a little bit gutted for run out of time for, but it's okay. I'm going to go back to that. Okay, stop. I couldn't really do a vlog about all of the new MRT stations without visiting the last 2, so I have come back to show you the last 2. This one is Marina Bay. Lots of things around this area, so we're going to head up and see what the station is like. This escalator cuts through this middle floor, so there's 1, 2, 3. It's at least a 3-story escalator, and these ones are all really, really long escalators here. It must be so far underground. So the other station had the like pylons were covered with the colour, but this one has the orange and red lines going all the way along on the wall, so you can follow that along to get to your next spot. And I guess this place, lots of tourists like to come here, so it needs to be even easier to navigate, I guess, if you're not used to a metro system. The station is just huge. I can't really show how big it is on this video. It's just massive. It's so big. I feel like it must be spread quite far underground, which I just find fascinating that so much of Singapore is underground. But we are going to go to the last station, Gardens by the Bay. Guess we're going to Gardens by the Bay in 5 minutes instead. Inside this MRT station at the exit 1 for the Gardens by the Bay, they have got real plants inside, which is pretty awesome. The shape of the roof here is really, really lovely. So I'm going to go up in a moment. But they had some maps along the wall, and they had them in date order as to how this area used to look, and then when the land was reclaimed and what it looks like now. And it's amazing just to think in some relatively short space of time, and the creativeness that's gone through just Singapore needs some more land, so we'll make some more land. I think it's amazing. This is one of the new stations that I was most excited about, because for us, the water play at the children's garden, this can mean that we can get to it so much faster. I think it's cut down like 20 minutes travel time. And when you've got 2 kids with little legs, it adds on like another 20 minutes as well. So I'm very excited that we will be able to get to this side of Gardens by the Bay even faster. So bright I can hardly keep my eyes open. There's a sign here that says there is a visitor centre coming in Q1 2024, Gardens by the Bay Visitor Centre, which will be here as well. I'm trying to kind of get my bearings around. Marina Barrage is over there, and then they've got this beautiful walkway with lots of grass next to it. Looks like it's all been newly planted, and like I said, there are some building works next to it, which will be the visitor centre, which I think will be a really nice addition to here. For just to getting to this other side of it, really. I think it'll just be so much easier for families. Like I said, it'll be easier for us, and our kids are desperate to come and fly a kite at Marina Barrage, but sometimes I think, oh, there's like half an hour walk around. But now we can just hop on the Circle Line, change once, and Marina Barrage is right there. So there you have it. There is the 11th and final station on our vlog today. I hope you've enjoyed coming along and seeing all of the train stations, and I have fun exploring to see what is at each and every one of them. We're definitely going to be coming back here sometime soon to fly kites. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye!